Hi Varsha, how are you?
Yes, sir, I'm fine. What about you?
I'm good too, thank you. So can you tell us something about yourself?
Yes, sir. First, my name is Varsha Gamande. Basically, I'm from Aurangabad, but currently staying in Pune. I did my graduation from Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar University, Aurangabad. I have currently I'm working with a TikTok solution company for more than 2 years. So here in these 2 years, I have worked on two projects. First is investment banking, and second one is the automotive domain. So here, my roles and responsibilities are understand the requirements and then find out test scenario, then write a test cases. After that, prepare a RTM document. Also, I have knowledge of different test case technique like boundary value analysis, equivalence class partitioning. Also, I have knowledge of different types of testing, like functional testing, non-functional testing, smoke sanity, regression testing, retesting, as well as also I have knowledge of SDLC, STLC. Also, in our project for developer software, we have to use agile methodology. So I have strong knowledge of agile methodology, and in agile methodology we have to use Scrum framework. So I have hands-on experience. I have knowledge of defect life cycle. So in our project we have to for raise the defect we have to use Jira tool. So I have hands-on experience of Jira tool, as well as I have knowledge of SQL, structure query language like DDL, DML command, SQL joins, and also I have knowledge of API testing. Yeah, that's all about me.
Mhm. So good. So if you have knowledge on all these things, we'll be asking questions on
Yeah,
one of these skills one by one, right? Okay, now you are telling you are doing
yeah,
regression testing in your project, right?
yeah,
So how
yeah.
will you identify that these are the scenarios that you have to take into the consideration for regression testing?
Okay. As we know, we have to perform regression testing after retesting. So in regression testing, we have to test whether a new changes or bug fixes impact to the existing functionality. So whole product we have to test in retesting, but after existing functionality, we have to test in regression testing. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, so you are explaining the definition of regression and retesting, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
question is how will you identify that these are the scenarios that you will have to consider for regression testing? How will you ensure that these are all the scenarios that you have to consider as a regression suite?
Sorry, but I don't have any idea. So
Okay, no worries. So let's say if this question is asked to you in a real-time interview, right? Then what you will do
okay.
is you will so you are testing the story. Let's say if you have user story A, it is having some XYZ
Yeah.
functionality, you will be testing it, right? Now you will also
Yeah.
discuss with the development team, you will collaborate with the developers, and you will discuss with them that which are the different areas, impacted areas for this
Yeah.
particular story, right? So they might tell you one or two
Okay.
impacted areas, and accordingly you will identify the test scenarios for testing those functionality
Okay.
also, right? My
Yeah.
voice is audible, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So this is how you will be giving the
Yeah.
answer for identification of regression scenarios during the testing any particular feature or user
Hello,
story.
sir.
Yeah.
I can't able to hear your voice. Your
Now,
voice is breaking, sir.
yeah. Now is it audible? Hello.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Now. Yeah, sir. Now is
That's
audible.
audible, right? Okay. Okay. Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's move to the next question. Which are the different agile ceremonies that you are part of?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So there is four agile ceremony. First is sprint planning meeting. we have to plan this meeting before we start the sprint. Product owner, Scrum Master team will be attend this meeting. Next is a Scrum meeting. A Scrum Master will collect the feedback from the team every day in 15 minutes. So Scrum Master and team will be attend this meeting. So third one is a sprint review meeting. We have to plan this meeting after complete the sprint. So in this meeting we have to collect the user story, complete the user story for that team have completed so far. So team Scrum Master will be at product owner will be attend this meeting. Last one is sprint retrospective meeting. So in this meeting, sprint retrospective, we have to plan this meeting after release the sprint. In this meeting, we have to discuss what went well, what went wrong. So this is the agile ceremony. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So these are the agile ceremonies. Now, what is the difference between sprint backlog and product backlog?
Okay. Sprint backlog means content list of user story decided by product owner. And product backlog means list of committed user story decided by QA and developer for specific sprint. Yeah, this is the difference of
Any other
product backlog.
difference? Any other difference apart from that? So what did you say about sprint backlog? It is specific to sprint backlog is
sprint backlog list of committed user story decided by developer and QA for specific sprint.
No. See, so I'll tell you the difference between the two, product backlog as well as sprint backlog. See, first of all, who will be responsible for collecting product backlog items? So product owner is responsible for collecting the product backlog items. Now, who is responsible for sprint backlog? So developer is responsible for creating the sprint backlog, and they will coordinate with
sprint
QA.
Backlog.
Yeah, so entire team is responsible, right? And they will work on them with some particular time frame to complete the sprint, right? The product backlog is specific to the entire goal of the product. Now, what all things you want to achieve in this product, which are the different features that you want to achieve in this product. So that is related to product backlog. What is sprint backlog? Sprint backlog is specific only to the sprint goal in a particular sprint, right? So that is the difference. Product backlog is again independent of the sprint backlog. It does not has any dependency on that. While sprint backlog is purely dependent on product backlog. Right? So you can say sprint backlog is actually a subset of product backlog. Your
voice is breaking.
Now, what is daily status report? Do you prepare any daily status report?
Yeah, means whatever work we have to complete in one day. Yeah, that is called daily status report.
Whatever work means, you have to complete or whatever work you have already completed
with our teams like colleagues. Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever things
we have to mention daily time. Yeah.
Right. So whatever task you have already completed, that you will be putting in the daily status report, right?
Yeah, whatever task.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, you are creating daily status report.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So which are the different things apart from task? What else you will mention in the daily status report?
Means if I have received any task for starting today, so I have completed that at the end of the day that task I have mentioned in daily status report. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is fine. You have mentioned that point that
you
know that whatever task, but apart from that, what else you will enter in the daily status report?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, no worries. See, this is a mock
Yeah.
interview. Don't get nervous at all, right?
Yes.
Otherwise, in a real-time interview, also don't get nervous. It's not like you don't need
Yes.
to
Yes.
get nervous. Whether it's a real-time interview or it's a mock interview, if you will be calm at your side, definitely your mind will be able to give the answers. Okay. Now, in a daily status
Yeah.
report, you will put the status, whatever the task you have completed. Apart from that, you can also put how many test cases you have executed, which are the test cases you have reviewed, and you have given some in
Yeah.
feedback in the as a part of response, as a part of test case review. Then which are, if you have found any critical blocker defect, then that also you can have a you can also mention in the daily status report. Apart from that, you attend any client call, and in that also you can mention about any discussions or any issues or any escalation that has come up, right? So those things you
Yes.
can
Yes.
mention, that if any escalation came up and you were able to mitigate that particular risk or escalation, so those things you can put
Yeah.
in your daily. So the more things you will put in the daily status report, the more idea the your manager or your lead will get on your task or on your role and responsibility.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay, now
Yeah.
let's say you are working on some particular sprint. Okay, you have user story
Yeah.
A with you. Now there is one of your
Yeah.
colleague who was working on user story B. Okay.
Yeah.
And in the client call, on Tuesday evening client call, you came to know that user story B needs to be delivered on Wednesday, on next particular day. But your colleague who was working on user story B is absent because of sick leave. So how will you manage the work? And there are only two QAs, one you and the other one is on sick leave. So how will you manage the work now?
Okay. Firstly, I have understand the requirement. What are the requirement they have customer want to for that user story, and then suppose that the requirement are very critical, means they given to lot of time. So I will inform to the client, means that user story, that requirement are very critical. So we have to given more time for complete that user story. Yeah. And also I had discussed with my colleagues.
Hmm. So
Yeah,
your
this
colleague is
thing.
on sick leave, right? You cannot call him, you
Yeah,
cannot
yeah,
call her. Hmm?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
hmm. So see, in the Tuesday evening
So
call, yes, yes, please go ahead.
yeah. So I discuss with my I discuss with client, means if that is authorized, means if I am authorized to connect with client, so I will connect with client.
Yeah, but you cannot connect with client, right? See, client ended their
Yeah,
meeting on Tuesday evening. Now they have already given
yeah,
you the timeline of completing this particular story verification by Wednesday. So Wednesday at your evening, in their morning, they will be online and they will be asking you the status of what about that user story B, which was supposed to be done on Wednesday. So we cannot
yeah.
again go for negotiation on next particular day.
Okay.
So what you will answer in this particular thing? See, you will work on user story B because that is a priority. But in your
Yes.
morning itself, or in your night time, once you are winding up with the call has already concluded. Then you can then you can just send an email to the client that user story A will be postponed. The testing effort will be postponed by one day because you have to work on user story B.
Yes.
Okay, now your colleague is also on sick leave, so you cannot email
Yes.
them on Tuesday itself because you will come to know that particular
Yes.
thing on Wednesday morning. So Wednesday you will be sending them an email, right? That
Okay.
user story A would be as one of the colleague is already on sick leave. Now once you are able to complete that user story verification, then from next day you can continue with your user story. And now how understanding you will take, so you can go through the test cases, you can go through the requirement, you can go through the user story acceptance criteria in the
Okay.
Jira, and then you can also discuss with the developer who has worked on the development. You can coordinate with them, and that's how you can approach the testing for this user story which is altogether new for you and needs to be completed in less than a day time. Right? So that's how you have to explain. Yeah,
Okay.
very practical
Yeah.
answers you have to give. Right? There's
Yeah.
nothing to learn. There's nothing to memorize in this.
Yes. Yes.
The situational based question answer. It's a
Yes.
scenario based question answer. Right? Okay. Now let's take one
Yes.
more thing. You are working on user story A. Okay. In this current sprint,
Okay.
and in the last sprint, in the last week, you had completed user story B, and you had signed off that particular user story. Now that user story is in the test environment of the client. They have performed testing on it, but things are not working for them. So they have reopened that particular ticket. Now you have two tickets in your bucket. One is the reopened ticket of the last sprint. One is the current user story, user story of the current sprint. So how will you prioritize your work?
Yes. Yeah. I have asked for my colleagues what means what are the customer priority means what are customer want to first which user story they want to complete first. So as per that I have completed that user story first. Yeah, means knowing customer priority, then I have completed that user story first.
Right, right. So you
Am I
will
right?
discuss with them the
Yeah.
priority. Yeah, yeah. So partially right.
Yeah.
We'll discuss with them the priority.
Okay.
But over here, apart from
Yeah.
discussing from them, let's say if the client is not available, if there is a holiday, then the reopen story would be the first priority, because that was a workable
Yeah.
product that you had already delivered, and the client will be using it, or they might be shipping that feature to for their customers, right? So that is the priority, because it's a reopened thing, so definitely it needs to be taken care first.
Yeah. This is priority. Yeah.
Right? Okay. Okay, now, which are the test scenarios? Let's say if I give you some investment banking domain application for testing. So how will you test that
Okay.
particular application? Which are the high level test scenarios that you will perform testing?
Okay. Investment bank. As I have worked in this domain, so I have test two functionality there, like contact and opportunity functionality. So investment banking domain, I have tested only two functionality. First one is contact and second one is opportunity. So in contact means whenever customer want to purchase a vehicle. Uh, Sorry, this is automotive domain. Yeah, investment banking. Sorry, I'm little bit nervous. That's why I can't remember answer. So
Have a glass of water. Have a glass of water, right? Be cool, be
no,
confident,
yeah, yeah,
right? See,
yeah,
there are questions that you already know the answer. I'm very sure that you have got
yeah,
a lot of knowledge in manual testing and
yes,
software testing, right? So take some time to think, right? If you want, I can repeat the question and I'll give you a hint also,
okay,
right? See, the question is about high level test scenarios for an investment banking based application. So what you will have in an investment banking? What are the different functionalities you will have? So first we can discuss with that thing, and then we can proceed ahead with the test scenarios.
okay. Bank. I know the answer, but I can't remember. Actually, this was my first project. Currently, I'm working with the automotive domain. So that's why I can't able to remember.
Okay, no worries. See, in an investment banking, what all things you will have? You will have some particular vendor, you will have some capital, you will have some prices associated with those things, right? Then
Yeah.
you will have different kinds of roles, different kinds of
Stock
use.
exchange.
Yeah, those will be
Yeah.
there. Then uh, different kinds of roles we were discussing,
Product
right?
type. Yeah.
Yeah. So product type is also there.
Product type, order type,
Hmm.
order type,
Okay,
market,
order.
yeah,
Yeah.
market order, limit order,
Correct,
stop
correct.
loss
Yes,
order, then this was
yes,
there. Yeah.
yes. You are going in the perfect,
Yeah.
absolutely correct direction. What else you will have?
Yeah, IOC immediate or cancel means
Hmm.
and a fill or kill option will be there. Yeah.
Right. Then you will also have some calculation related to
Fund model
tax.
is there also.
Yeah,
Fund model is also there.
correct. Then in
Means
stocks also you
adding
will
funds
get
into
mutual
minus
funds.
range.
Please go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mutual funds.
right. So now
Yeah.
these are the
Like
functionalities.
in
Hmm.
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
now, can you tell me test scenarios? How you will
Yeah.
test this particular
So
application?
yeah. So in a like order type. So in order type, whenever like there is a 5 option in order type, market order, limit order, stop loss order, also IOC or imitator, IOC, fill or kill. So in that in this I have test whenever I buy the stocks in choosing market order. So hello.
Yes, Varsha, I'm listening to you. Hello,
Hello.
hello. Yes, Varsha, tell me. Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we were discussing about investment banking domain application. So what are the test scenarios for it?
Yeah. Yeah. So in investment banking, so hello.
Yes, you are audible. Tell me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. So let's discuss about the positive scenarios first. So you will be testing the logins are working for brokers, dealers, individuals, or investors, right? Then the other functionality
Yeah.
would be you will be
Yeah.
testing whether the buying order you are able to purchase that particular order. You can add the order, you can remove some items from the order, right? So those things are working properly or not. Then if you will be verifying the selling of the order, the changing of the order, cancel order, all these functionalities are working fine. You will test the calculations part of the application, you will test the security of the application, you will test the connections of the applications, right? So multitasking of the
Yes.
applications
Yes.
also needs to be tested when other apps are open on the device. Then user friendliness of that website, of that application, that you can test, right? So is it clear now, Varsha?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Varsha, for joining today,
Yes. Yes. Yes, sir.
right? If you have any
Yes. Now
questions,
it's clear.
please let me know.
Yeah. Actually, sir, I want to learn automation testing.
Hmm.
So please, could you tell me means
So in order to learn automation
how
testing,
how I'm starting automation? Yeah.
okay, okay. So in order to learn automation testing, what you will have to do is you will have to get get the knowledge on the concepts of programming language first. Any programming language that you are comfortable with, let it be Java, Python, C
Okay.
Sharp, that you are comfortable with, like OOPS concepts, arrays, strings. Once you're comfortable with the programming knowledge, then you can come up with the concepts of Selenium automation that is in demand these days. So that's how you can learn about
Okay.
automation, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Varsha.
Yeah.
It was nice talking to you and wish you
Thank
all the
you.
best for your career. Yeah.
Thank you, sir, and thank you for conduct my interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank Thank you. Yeah. Good night.